Hello everyone, welcome to the Bharat Academy, and today's topic is increasing and decreasing function. First of all, we shall discuss this strictly increasing function. What is this strictly increasing function? A function f(x) is said to be strictly increasing function on this open interval ab if the value of the function f(x) increases with the value of x. Suppose this is your linear function f(x), which is a straight line and which makes the positive slope with the positive direction of x, and this is your interval, open interval ab. If you take any two values x1 x2 in this open interval ab, it's quite obvious कि value of the function f(x) at x1 its value will be f(x1) and at x2 its value will be f(x2). It's quite obvious कि if x1 is less than x2, it implies that the functional value at x1 fx1 will be less than fx2 for all x1 x2 belonging to this open interval ab. x1 is less than x2, the fx1 will be less than fx2. If it is the condition, then the function is said to be strictly increasing function on this interval ab. Suppose this is your linear function and you have to prove this strictly increasing. This function fx is defined as 3x plus 6 and you have to prove that this is a strictly increasing function. So let x1 x2 belonging to this open interval ab, and if x1 is less than x2, it implies that 3x1 will be less than 3x2. If x1 is less than x2, that means 3x1 will be less than 3x2. If I add 6 on both sides, adding 6 on both sides, 3x1 plus 6 will be less than 3x2 plus 6. From this equation first, this is going to be your fx1 and this is going to be your fx2. It's quite obvious if x1 is less than x2, we have proved that fx1 is less than fx2. It means the function fx is equal to 3x plus 6 is a strictly increasing function, is a strictly increasing function. So this is your strictly increasing function. Second one is increasing function or non-decreasing function. A function f(x) is said to be increasing function on the interval ab, increasing function on open interval ab if x1 is less than x2, implies that fx1 is less than or equal to fx2. It can be equal to fx2 for all x1 x2 belongs to this open interval ab. Suppose this is your graph like this, x and y, this is a b and this is like this, a b c d. This is your graph and this is your open interval ab, domain you can call it. स्टूडेंट देखिए इसमें ये इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है, ये कर्व है इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन का, ए बी कर्व और सी डी कर्व में देखिए अगर x1 x2 हमने दो वैल्यूज़ लिए हैं, नंबर लिए हैं, x1 इज़ लेस देन x2, साफ नज़र आ रहा है कि fx1 जो है fx2 से छोटा होगा। इसी तरह से सी डी में भी x1 x2 दो नंबर ले लिए, x1 इज़ लेस देन x2 तो fx1 विल बी लेस देन fx2। लेकिन फॉर दिस कर्व बी सी इट हैपन्स कि इफ़ x1 x2 दो नंबर ले लिए, x1 is less than x2, तो it's quite obvious कि for BC the functional value will be same, fx1 will be fx2 for all x1 x2 belongs to AB. तो as a whole it's quite obvious कि if x1 is less than x2, it implies that fx1 is less than fx2, but it can also be equal to fx1 equal to fx2 for all x1 x2 belonging to this open interval AB. This is your increasing functions. Third one is strictly decreasing function. What is strictly decreasing function? A function fx is said to be strictly decreasing function on this open interval AB if the value of fx decreases with the increase in the value of x. देखिए कैसे हो सकता है. Suppose this is x, this is y. Suppose this is your function fx equal to minus 2x plus 6. In this case, the slope of this function, a curve, is negative with the positive direction of x. So this is, suppose this is your function, and in this case the function is strictly decreasing function तभी होगा जब function की वैल्यू डिक्रीज करे, जब x की वैल्यू इंक्रीज करेगी. सपोज करो दिस इज योर इंटरवल ए बी, दिस इज x1 एंड दिस इज x2. साफ नज़र आ रहा है कि x1 इज लेस देन x2, लेकिन फंक्शनल वैल्यू जो है fx1, this is greater than fx2. In this case x1 is less than x2, and it implies that fx1, value of the function at x1, is greater than fx2 for all x1 x2 belonging to this interval AB. Okay, x1 is less than x2, लेकिन फंक्शनल वैल्यू x1 पे फंक्शनल वैल्यू x2 से बड़ी होगी. fx1 is greater than fx2, तो then this is your strictly decreasing function. एग्जाम्पल ले लिया. सपोज दिस इज फंक्शन minus 2x plus 6, and we have to prove that this is a strictly decreasing function on the set of real number. or suppose करो let x1 x2 belonging to the set of real number. If x1 is less than x2, it implies that when we reverse the inequality, it becomes minus x1 greater than minus x2, since this is minus 2x. If we multiply both sides by 2, so this is minus 2x1 will be greater than minus 2x2. And here this is plus 6, add 6 on both sides, this will be minus 2x1 plus 6 is greater than minus 2x2 plus 6. According to this function, fx is minus 2x plus 6, so minus 2x1 plus 6 will be fx1, and minus 2x2 plus 6 will be fx2. It's quite obvious कि if x1 is less than x2, but we have proved that fx1 is greater than fx2. Okay, for all x1 x2 belonging to real number R, this is strictly decreasing function. Fourth one is decreasing function or non-increasing function. So what is decreasing function? A function fx is said to be decreasing function on interval AB if x1 is less than x2, but fx1 will be greater than or equal to fx2. Okay, for all x1 x2 belonging to this open interval AB. Its graph you can take it like this. This is x, this is y. In this you can take it like this, a b c d. So for a b and c d, this is x1, this is x2, this is fx1, and this is fx2. So for a b and CD curve, if x1 is less than x2, it implies that fx1 is greater than fx2 for all x1 x2 belonging to this open interval AB. And for this curve BC, if x1 is less than x2, it implies that fx1 is equal to fx2 for all x1 x2 belonging to दिस ओपन इंटरवल ए बी. यहाँ देख लीजिए BC में कोई भी दो नंबर ले लीजिए. डोमेन के अंदर के, उसमें फंक्शन की वैल्यू दोनों की बराबर बराबर रहेगी। तो एज ए होल if x1 is less than x2, it implies that fx1 is greater than equal to fx2 for all x1 x2 belonging to this interval, open interval ab। तो इस तरह से स्टूडेंट्स हमने डिस्कस कर लिया कि व्हाट इज़ स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन, व्हाट इज़ इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन, व्हाट इज़ डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन और what is strictly decreasing function. Now student, there is another type of function, that is monotonic function. Monotonic function. Monotonic. What is monotonic function? Any function fx on any interval ab is said to be monotonic if it is either increasing or decreasing function. A function fx on interval, open interval ab is said to be monotonic function if it is either increasing or decreasing function on this interval ab. This is monotonic function. Now student, for any trigonometric function, for example I take this fx equal to sin x. Its graph is just like this. This is x, this is y. Its range is -1 to +1. Its graph is like this, 0. This is 0, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi, and like this it goes along this side. Fx is sin x. Just at this point P, suppose this is P point, so have a look here, either for this interval 0 to pi by 2, this function is increasing. Just it's clear from the graph से clear है कि on this interval, open interval, on this open interval 0 to pi by 2, this sin x is function fx equal to sin x is what? Increasing, and from pi by 2 to pi it is decreasing, and from the open interval pi by 2 to pi, the function fx is equal to sin x. This is sin x here, sin x. Fx equal to sin x is decreasing function. But if he says, what about the nature of this function when interval is taken from 0 to pi? From 0 to pi interval, from 0 to pi by 2 it's increasing. In interval 0 to pi by 2 fx is increasing, and in interval pi by 2 to pi, and in pi by 2 to pi fx equal to sin x is decreasing. बट व्हाट अबाउट 0 टू पाई? अगर वो कहेगा 0 टू पाई में इस फंक्शन का नेचर क्या है, तो इसमें दिस इज नाइदर स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीजिंग नॉर स्ट्रिक्टली डिक्रीजिंग, केवल ये इंक्रीज नहीं हो रहा है या डिक्रीज नहीं हो रहा है इस इंटरवल में। तो जब फंक्शन स्ट्रिक्टली इंक्रीज नहीं करता या डिक्रीज नहीं करता किसी भी इंटरवल पे, उस फंक्शन को बोलते हैं दिस इज नाइदर इंक्रीजिंग नॉर डिक्रीजिंग। इन दिस केस फ्रॉम 0 टू पाई the function f sin x is neither strictly increasing nor strictly decreasing in interval 0 to pi. So hence the function fx is neither increasing neither increasing nor decreasing on the open interval 0 to pi। ओके स्टूडेंट, अभी तक जो भी ग्राफ हम लिए थे उसमें साफ नज़र आ रहा था कि इस ग्राफ से ही पता चल रहा है ये यहाँ से यहाँ तक इंक्रीज़ कर रहा है, ये डिक्रीज़ कर रहा है, फिर यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक ये डिक्रीज़ कर रहा है, फिर यहाँ से इंक्रीज़ कर रहा है। ग्राफ से पता चल रहा। स्ट्रेट लाइन लिया था हमने f(x) = 2x + 3, तो साफ नज़र आ रहा है इसमें कि ये इंक्रीज़ कर रहा है ग्राफ इसमें। अगर ये ले लिया हमने ये -2x + 3 f(x) = फंक्शन दिस वाज f(x) = साफ नज़र आ रहा है ये डिक्रीज़ कर रहा है ग्राफ से। बट इफ़ यू कैन नॉट ड्रॉ द ग्राफ ऑफ एनी इक्वेशन तो देन व्हाट विल बी द केस। स्टूडेंट, ग्राफ अगर साफ निकल जाता है, इससे साफ पता चल जाता है कहाँ कहाँ पे ये इंक्रीज़ कर रहा है, डिक्रीज़ कर रहा है। लेकिन इफ़ वी कैन नॉट ड्रॉ द ग्राफ easily, say the function is x - 7 cube x + 2 square, तो इसमें कैसे बताएंगे कि कहाँ पे ये फंक्शन इंक्रीज़ कर रहा है और कैसे डिक्रीज़ कर रहा है। समझ में आता है। अगर किसी फंक्शन का ग्राफ इजीली फटाक से नहीं बन पाता तब हम कैसे बताएंगे कि फंक्शन कहाँ इंक्रीज़ कर रहा है और कहाँ डिक्रीज़ कर रहा है। तो इस सिचुएशन को डील करने के लिए वी टेक अनदर मेथड। फिर से स्टूडेंट इस ग्राफ को एक बार और देखिए, f(x) = sin x को। ये तो साफ नज़र आ रहा था ओपन इंटरवल 0 to π/2 में क्या था ये इंक्रीजिंग, और π/2 to π में क्या था डिक्रीजिंग। लेकिन एक चीज़ और देखो, टेंजेंट नॉर्मल का चैप्टर पढ़ा है तुमने। फंक्शन p पे, फंक्शन की वैल्यू एट p पे, जो टेंजेंट है तुम्हारा pt, the tangent at p that is pt is parallel to क्या x axis। ओके, तो जब टेंजेंट की वैल्यू पैरेलल टू x axis होती तो क्या था, देन f' was क्या 0 या dy/dx = 0। slope of the tangent was 0 means slope of the tangent at p = 0। एक्सट्रीम पॉइंट पे जो भी होगा स्लोप क्या होगा 0। यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा f' कितना आ जाएगा 0। ये तो हो गया तुम्हारे टेंजेंट। यहाँ पे तो p पे तो क्या हो जाएगा 0। लेकिन जो इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन है, इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन पे ये लेफ़्ट साइड में इस पॉइंट पर या इस पॉइंट पर कहीं पर भी ले लीजिए, या इस पॉइंट पर जो स्लोप होगा वो क्या होगा पॉजिटिव। इन दिस डायरेक्शन स्लोप ऑफ द कर्व विल बी क्या पॉजिटिव एट q फॉर इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन द स्लोप ऑफ द टेंजेंट विल बी क्या will be positive। ओके, पॉजिटिव मीन्स क्या f' will be क्या greater than 0। और इन दिस साइड सपोज दिस इज n, ये दिस इज n, ये दिस इज n, तो ये इन दिस केस एट n point the slope of the tangent will be what negative। okay, at n point the function, if the function is decreasing the slope of the tangent at n point will be negative means f' is लेस देन 0। समझ रहे हैं। इंक्रीज करेगा तो इसमें क्या हो जाएगा f' विल बी क्या ग्रेटर देन 0, और इन दिस डायरेक्शन द स्लोप इज नेगेटिव, ये एंगल इज थीटा इज नेगेटिव, तो इन दिस केस f' विल बी लेस देन 0। क्या समझे कि जब इंक्रीज करता है फंक्शन तो एफ डैश एक्स इज़ ग्रेटर देन 0, और जब डिक्रीज करता है फंक्शन तो एफ डैश एक्स इज़ लेस देन 0, और एट पी पॉइंट टेंजेंट इज पैरेलल टू एक्स एक्सिस, इन दैट केस स्लोप विल बी 0, एफ डैश एक्स विल बी 0. ओके, तो इन दिस केस, in this closed interval 0 to pi by 2, what is happening? F dash x is increasing, but it is also equal to 0. So in closed interval, f dash x is what? Greater than equal to 0. Okay, and in this interval pi by 2 to pi, closed interval pi by 2 to pi, f dash x is decreasing, but at p point this is also equal to 0. So f dash x is less than equal to 0. So in this case the function will be, in this interval function will be increasing function, or in this pi by 2 to pi this is decreasing function. It means fx is increasing function in closed interval 0 to pi by 2, and this f dash x is less than 0, the fx is decreasing function in closed interval pi by 2 to pi. तो अगेन जो हमने बताया था कि जिस कर्व का हम ग्राफ नहीं ड्रॉ कर पाते तो हम यहाँ डेरिवेटिव टेस्ट उसमें यूज़ करते हैं. इन दिस केस इंक्रीजिंग एंड डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन. This is your increasing function if it is like this. So at each point, this is the tangent, this point the slope is positive, increasing function, strictly increasing you can call it, strictly increasing. ये हो रहा है and strictly increasing. This is your curve at p, this is pt is the tangent. तो strictly increasing में the slope of the tangent is positive, that is f dash x will be greater than 0. Suppose this is your open interval ab, f dash x is 0 for all x belonging to this open interval ab. The function is like this, x to y. This is your case a b c d. In this case function is increasing function, increasing function. In this case what is going on? For this f dash x is greater than 0. क्यों? And for this f dash x is greater than 0, but here f dash x will be what? 0, parallel to x axis. So what will happen in this case? So in this case f dash x will be greater than equal to 0 for all x belonging to this, say take any interval ab. Similarly, if the function is like this, in this case the tangent will make obtuse angle at p point. This is AB curve. In this case this theta, this is strictly decreasing function, this is y, strictly decreasing function. So what is happening here? The slope of the tangent at p will be negative. Slope of tangent at p will be negative, will be negative. Actually this is obtuse angle. In this case f dash x will be less than 0 for all x belonging to this open interval ab. And in this case this is x, this is y. Suppose this is your curve a b c, a b c d, and this is open interval a to b. This is origin. So for ab and cd, this is your decreasing function. decreasing function. What is happening here? For AB and CD, f dash x is less than 0, but for BC this is less than, for BC this can be equal to 0. So as whole, for decreasing function, f dash x will be less than equal to 0 for all x belonging to AB. For AB and CD, is OBBS, it's decreasing function, but for BC their slope will be equal to 0. So hence this is f dash x equal to 0. So this is decreasing function. So this is another type of method which we will use to solve the problem in increasing and decreasing function. Okay. Suppose student, it's your question. Find the interval in which the function fx equal to x plus 1 whole cube into x minus 3 whole cube is increasing or decreasing function. ये बताना है कि ये फंक्शन इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज किस इंटरवल में होता है. तो इंटरवल में इंक्रीज डिक्रीज दिखाने के लिए हमने पहले ही आपको बता दिया कि क्या शर्तें होंगी. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू डिफरेंशिएट दिस फंक्शन. fx इज x plus 1 its whole cube x minus 3 whole cube. Differentiating first function into second function. First function as it is x plus 1 whole cube as it is, differential of this 3x minus 3 whole square plus differential of first function 3x plus 1 whole square, second function as it is. 3 is common, x plus 1 whole square or x minus 3 whole square common. It is x plus 1 plus here x minus 3. This is common, no? X plus 1 square, x minus 3 square, तो x plus 1 x minus 3, तो this is 3 x plus 1 its whole square, or this is x minus 3 its whole square, 2x minus 2, so 2 can be taken outside. Now the f dash x is 6x plus 1 whole square, x minus 3 whole square into x minus 1. This 2 is taken common, 2 3 is 6. The first, for increasing function, f dash x should be greater than 0. Here f dash x is 6x plus 1 its whole square, x minus 3 its whole square, x minus 1 is greater than 0. But as you know, 6 is greater than 0, and any squared expression x plus 1 its whole square will always be positive. X minus 3, this is also a squared expression, this is greater than 0. So it's clear then 6 into x plus 1 its whole square, x minus 3 its whole square will be greater than 0 for x is not equal to minus 1 and x is not equal to plus 3. If x is equal to minus 1, then this will 0, then this will become, this will not be greater than 0. And if x minus 3, if x is 3, then this will become 0. The condition should be x should not be equal to minus 1 and x equal to 3. Okay, so then in this case the x minus 1 will be greater than 0. Okay, so all these critical points you can draw it on number line. This is minus infinity, this is plus infinity, this is x minus 1 is greater than 0 means x is greater than 1, and at this is minus 1 infinity on number line, this is minus 1, this is 1, or this is 3. So these are the critical point I have plotted on number lines, minus 1, minus 3 and 1. So if x is greater than 1, it's quite obvious x will be belonging to 1 to infinity. You can take it interval like this, x belonging to open interval 1 to infinity, and you can also take it between 1 to infinity. There is another point 3 at which x is not equal to 3. At x is not equal to 3, so you can write it x is greater than 1 It means you can write it x belonging to open interval 1 to 3 union 3 to infinity open interval. Okay, x will not take 3, x is not equal to 3. You can write it like this. This is your interval for which fx is increasing function, and the second decreasing function, second one is for decreasing function. Decreasing function, it's clear कि f dash x in this case will be क्या, लेस देन 0. डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन में क्या होना चाहिए, f dash x लेस देन 0 होना चाहिए. f dash x कितना था हमारा, ये ले लीजिए, f dash x was 6x plus 1 its whole square x minus 3 whole square x minus 1 is less than 0. अभी हमने सारा तुम्हें एक्सप्लेन किया है कि कोई भी स्क्वायर्ड एक्सप्रेशन या स्क्वायर्ड क्वांटिटी, किसी भी क्वांटिटी का स्क्वायर करो तो हमेशा पॉजिटिव आता है. -2 का होल स्क्वायर करो तब भी प्लस ही रहेगा वो 4. तो इट मीन्स इन दिस एक्सप्रेशन 6x plus 1 square x minus 3 square, this will always be greater than 0. Since squared expressions are always 0, greater than 0. If this expression is 0, then x minus 1 is less than 0, the x will be less than 1. If x is less than 1, it means what? X belongs to minus infinity to 1. But there is another critical point, -1, where x is not equal to -1. So this interval you can write it like this: x belonging to minus infinity to -1 open interval union open interval -1 to 1. Open interval means x does not belong to this -1. X is not equal to -1. Now the second question is, separate this interval 0 to pi by 2 into sub intervals in which this function fx equal to sin 3x is increasing or decreasing. इस इंटरवल 0 to pi by 2 को उन छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में बांटना है जिसमें ये फंक्शन क्या होगा, इंक्रीजिंग या डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन होगा. तो इंक्रीजिंग डिक्रीजिंग करने के लिए हमें डेरिवेटिव तो चाहिए ही कि fx इज गिवन sin 3x. डिफरेंशिएट दिस वन, डिफरेंशिएटिंग बोथ साइड्स with respect to x. The f dash x will be cos 3x into 3. Now the interval is 0 to pi by 2. This is the cosine function, and we know this is first coordinate, this is 0, theta equal to 0, this is theta equal to pi by 2, this is theta equal to pi, this is theta equal to 3 pi by 2, this is again theta equal to 2 pi. The f dash x is 3 cos 3x. You know, cosine function is positive in first and fourth quadrant. Since cosine function is positive in first and fourth quadrant, that is cos 3x, here cos 3x will be positive, means greater than 0. If 3x lying between first quadrant means 0 to pi by 2. Is it clear? Means, but here cos 3x is greater than 0, so it implies that 3 cos 3x will be greater than 0. So it implies that what is 3 cos 3x? 3 cos 3x is f dash x is greater than 0. If 3x lies between 0 to pi by 2, means if divide by 3, so you will get 0 less than x less than pi by 6. Okay, it means f dash x is greater than 0 if x is the interval between 0 to pi by 6. if x belonging to this interval 0 to pi by 6, the f dash x is greater than 0. That means the function is increasing in this interval 0 to pi by 6. It means the function fx equal to sin 3x is increasing in interval 0 to pi by 6. This is case first. Case second, just look at it. The cosine function is negative if theta is between kiske pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Second quadrant and third quadrant, cosine function is negative. Then you can write it like this, कि cosine function is negative in second and third quadrant means if theta is between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. In this case, here cos 3x will be negative if 3x will lie between what? Pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Okay, and you can write it like this. If multiplying both sides by 3, then you will get 3 cos 3x will be less than 0. If 3x is lying between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, dividing by 3 you will get pi by 6, and by 3 this will be pi by 2. Okay, if x is lying in this interval, the 3 cos 3x means, what is 3 cos 3x? F dash x means f dash x will be negative if x is belonging to pi by 6 to pi by 2. Okay, in this interval pi by 6 to pi by 2, your f dash x is negative. When f dash x is negative, the function is decreasing. That means the function fx equal to sin 3x is decreasing in the interval pi by 6 to pi by 2. तो इस तरह से हमने 0 से लेके पाई बाई 2 को हमने तोड़ दिया. ये पाई बाई 6 एक इंटरवल है, तो 0 से लेके पाई बाई 6 तो फंक्शन इंक्रीज कर रहा है. ओके, और 5/6 से लेके π/2 में फंक्शन क्या कर रहा है? डिक्रीज कर रहा है. अगर हम फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट ले लें, सपोज करो अपने कन्फ्यूजन को दूर करने के लिए, cos थीटा इज पॉजिटिव इन फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट. cos थीटा इज पॉजिटिव इन फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट मीन्स व्हेन थीटा लाइंग बिटवीन व्हाट 3π/2 to 2π. इफ cos 3x इज ग्रेटर देन 0 यहाँ लेते हैं हम, तो इसमें क्या हो जाएगा? cos 3x विल बी ग्रेटर देन 0 if 3x is lying between 3π/2 to 2π, or here if I divide this by 3, this will be π/2, x less than 2π/3. In the fourth quadrant, this x will exceed π/2, so hence I will not consider the fourth quadrant. Okay. Now the next question is, find the intervals in which this function fx equal to 4 sin x minus 2x minus x cos x upon 2 plus cos x, where x lying between 0 to 2π. This is closed interval. You have to find that this function is increasing or decreasing, in which interval it is increasing and decreasing. You have to find those interval in which this function is increasing or decreasing when x is between 0 to 2π, closed interval. This is function. You have to differentiate it both sides. Quotient rule, you have to apply quotient rule. F dash x will be in denominator, it will be 2 plus cos x is whole square, to denominator as it is, differential of first one 4 sin x 4 cos x minus 2x minus 2 x into cos x. Product rule I have applied. First function as it is, differential of second function as it is, differential of first. फिर numerator as it is 4 sin x minus 2x minus x cos x as it is, and differential of denominator, differential of 2 is 0, cos x, this is minus sin x. So f dash x will be 4 cos x minus cos square x. I have taken cos x common, this is 4 minus cos x, in denominator this will be 2 plus cos x, its whole square. This is your differentiation f dash x. First, for increasing function we have x lying between 0 to 2 pi, and here f dash x is cos x 4 minus cos x upon 2 plus cos x, its whole square. As you know, value of cos x lies between minus 1 to plus 1. Okay, so it's quite obvious कि it will imply that 4 minus cos x will always be a positive number, since cos x lies between minus 1 to plus 1, and any squared expression 2 plus cos x, its whole square is always a positive number. Okay, so what does it mean? It means कि 4 minus cos x upon 2 plus cos x, its whole square will be greater than 0. तो for increasing function f dash x is greater than 0, it means it will be 4 minus cos x upon 2 plus cos x, its whole square will be greater than 0, and this expression is always greater than 0. So then cos x will be greater than 0. ग्रेटर देन 0 मीन्स पॉजिटिव. तो cos x ग्रेटर देन 0 पॉजिटिव किस क्वाड्रेंट में होता है? फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट एंड फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में. एंड सिंस कोसाइन फंक्शन इज पॉजिटिव इन फर्स्ट एंड फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट मीन्स cos x will be 0 if x lies between first quadrant means 0 to pi by 2 and fourth quadrant union 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. So in this interval this function f dash x, hence f dash x is greater than 0 when x belongs to this interval 0 to pi by 2 union 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. अगर x की वैल्यू फर्स्ट एंड फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में होगी तो तब जाके योर फंक्शन विल बी इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन. तो देन इन दिस इंटरवल दिस इज इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शन. नाउ सेकेंड पार्ट for the decreasing function. For decreasing function, what is there? F dash x should be less than 0. So what was f dash x here? F dash x was cos x 4 minus cos x upon 2 plus cos x, its whole square should be less than 0. But we have just proved that 4 minus cos x upon 2 plus cos x, its whole square is greater than 0. So then cos x will be less than 0. Cos x less than 0 या नेगेटिव कब होता है? कोसाइन फंक्शन इज नेगेटिव in second and third quadrant. ये theta equal to 0, theta equal to pi by 2, this is theta equal to pi, and this is theta equal to 3 pi by 2. So from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 cosine function is negative. Cos x will be less than 0 when x belongs to pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Okay, it means f dash x, that is cos x 4 minus cos x upon 2 plus cos x its whole square will be less than 0. That is f dash x is less than 0 when x lying between this interval pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. So this is your answer. This is your interval in which the function is decreasing. Student, if you have found this video interesting and helpful, so please like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching this video.